Hey everyone, in today's video, I'll explain the factors affecting chemical shift. There are three main factors. First one is inductive effect, second is anisotropic effect, third one is hydrogen bonding. So let us see inductive effect now. So how inductive effect changes the chemical shift value in NMR spectra. Okay, so what is meant by inductive effect? Inductive effect is nothing but partial displacement of electrons to a particular group in a continuous carbon chain. Okay, this is especially observed in case of sigma bonds, not in pi bonds. So for example, if a carbon chain in ethyl chloride, if it is attached to electron withdrawing group, it attracts all electrons towards itself. Then this carbons develops a partial positive charges and this halogen develops partial negative charges. So because of electron withdrawing group, minus I effect is observed. Okay, so if electrons are donated towards a carbon chain, for example, oxygen is there, oxygen donates electrons in case of OH group, oxygen donates electrons towards the carbon chain, then oxygen gets a partial positive charge and this carbons gets partial negative charge. So because of this, electron density on this carbons and protons increases. Okay, so then it is called as plus I effect. So electron releasing groups causes plus I effect, electron withdrawing groups causes minus I effect. So if a proton is attached to electronegative atom, then it attracts electron density towards itself and causes de-shielding. So if these protons, you can observe these protons are attached to electron withdrawing groups. So they attracts electrons towards themselves and causes de-shielding in the particular protons. If all electrons are attracted towards electronegative atom, there is no electron density on this particular protons and carbon. So because of that, it causes de-shielding and the de-shielding shifts the NMR signal downfield. So because of minus I effect and electron withdrawing groups, the NMR signal shifts towards downfield. Okay, so if a proton is attached to electron releasing group, then electron density increases and on proton and it causes shielding. For example, you can observe this oxygen in OH group donates electron towards the carbon. Then what happens? This carbon's electron density increases. That means the protons attached to the carbon, they are having more electron density. So because of the electrons in density, this shields the proton nucleus. It causes shielding and shielding shifts the NMR signal upfield. Okay, so de-shielding shifts NMR signal downfield, shielding shifts NMR signal upfield. Okay, so because of shielding, NMR signal value decreases, delta value decreases. Because of de-shielding, delta value increases. So this is an effect of inductive effect on chemical shift. Now let us see the second factor, that is anisotropic effect. Okay, so we know that chemical bond is nothing but it consists of electrons. So when any chemical bond is present, there is a electrons rotation. Because of the rotation of electrons, there is a production of secondary magnetic field. Okay, so if this secondary magnetic field is equally distributed, then it is called isotropic effect. If this secondary magnetic field is unequally distributed, then it is called as anisotropic effect. This is especially observed in case of alkenes and alkynes. So here I am taking the example of ethylene alkene. So let us see the anisotropic effect in this. So we can see there is a double bond presence here in case of ethylene. So this double bond is having electrons and these electrons rotates and produce secondary magnetic field. Okay, this secondary magnetic field is in opposite direction to the applied magnetic field here. Okay, you can observe this causes shielding. So when both are in opposite direction, that is called as shielding, no? And you can see here this protons generates this protons also having electrons and they generates what? They generates magnetic field. So this magnetic field is in same direction with applied magnetic field. This is causing de-shielding. So in case of ethylene, the protons giving de-shielding and shifts the NMR signal to the downfield. And double bonds give shielding, produces shielding and shifts NMR signal towards the upfield. So you can observe unequal distribution of produced secondary magnetic field or induced secondary magnetic field. that causes an isotropic effect in case of alkenes and alkynes. Okay, so because of an isotropic effect, it causes shifts in the NMR spectra. Okay, so next you can see hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding also affects this chemical shift. Let us see how. So what is meant by hydrogen bonding? Hydrogen bonding is nothing but weak electrostatic force of attraction between electronegative element of one molecule and electropositive atom of another molecule. So here you can observe proton is electropositive in nature and oxygen is electronegative in nature. In case of water, I am showing this example. So this is intramolecular, between two it is happening. So it is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay. So the weak electrostatic force of attraction between the oxygen and of one molecule and hydrogen of another molecule is observed clearly. This weak electrostatic force of attraction is called hydrogen bonding. So because of hydrogen bonding, the electron density is shifting towards oxygen and the entire electron density is utilized for the formation of this bond. So because of this, there is a less electron density. The electron density on protons decreases. Okay, when this electron density decreases, it causes shielding. It causes de-shielding. Okay, so de-shielding is nothing but what? Uh, Shifting of electron density towards another atom and protons having less electrons, less electron density. So because of de-shielding, in case of hydrogen bonding, it shifts the NMR signal towards the downfield. So because of hydrogen bonding, electron density decreases on protons and the NMR signal shifts towards the downfield. Okay, so in this way, anisotropic effect and hydrogen bonding and inductive effects changes the chemical shift values. Okay, so this is about factors affecting chemical shift. Thank you so much for watching.